How's it going? So we're gonna be making a simple to-do list using Mobx as our state management with TypeScript, and in the most simple way possible. Alright, so now the purpose of this exercise is just to show you and remind myself how to use Mobx. It's actually like super easy. I'll pause until the create React app finishes. Okay, so we have this done. Now we're gonna open this. We called it my app. Whatever. Makes no difference. Whoopsie. So the two things we need to install next would be npm install Mobx, and then we need Mobx React Lite. Now we're not going to be using auto observable because we want to learn how to use decorators in this project, right? So we're going to create new store CSX. So the first thing we need to install is we need to make observable, I think, like this. Like this. So then we're going to create store. So we're going to be my store. It's simple class component, right? We need to export something, otherwise it's going to compare. Otherwise it's going to complain. So we're going to create an instance of a store because that's what we're going to export, so we can reuse it in other components. I wonder why is it complaining. Oh, interesting. Oh, my apologies. Oh my god. So it failed because I misspelled. Now it's going to work. Should we run it? Yeah, let's just run it. npm start as well. Alright, so now we have our store ready. Nothing has been complaining. Okay, so we're gonna do... Let's do input. So this will be a string. So we need to make observable like this, then this. And here is where our decorators are going to live. So input is going to be... Oh yeah, we need to add observable. So we need observable type, action, possibly computed as well. And okay, so there's two ways to do it, right? I'll show you, like, there's just two ways to do it. I just want to get rid of the strict mode because I don't like it, you know, it like re-renders twice sometimes. Okay, so next we need app. We really don't need to return anything other than practice, so we can just do it this way. Import practice from... There you go. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it into a div. Let's do padding. I don't know, 50 pixels. Whoopsie. 50 pixels. Let's do this way. Alright, so now we don't need this anymore. Okay. So there's two things we need to import. We need to import observer from Mobx React Lite, right? So this will allow us to one sec. Alright, so I was trying to find how to basically apply the... Maybe it's like this. I doubt it's going to work, but let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we need to import a store. Naturally, import. My store one. Store is like this. So let's do, I'll show you input, right? So this is input. So like we're gonna make basically input where you put something into input, you click a button add, it adds into the to-do list. Then you click and then every to-do item list is going to have a delete button where you click on delete button, it deletes from the to-do list, right? So right now I'm just demoing the input, right? So value is going to be my store one dot input. Yeah, it's complaining because we don't have a wrapper. Because remember, when you're doing React, you always have to return single value, right? Otherwise it's not going to work. Actually, this probably should be a h1 element. Yeah. Okay, so now we need to do on change. Alright, so in here we can do it in two ways, right? We can do it this way. We can do my store one input equals e target value. I think it's going to work if we do it this way. Let me just go to look. And let me console log store. Console log my store one. So let's type something into it. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So you see now we're changing the state input from here. Let me see. Now, the problem with doing that is it's not recommended. What they want you to do is they want you to create a method. So let's say we call this change input string, and then this input is equal to string. There's actually a, so this will be string. There's actually a way to enforce this where you can only change state through an action. So anytime you create a method in a store, it's basically called action, right? So we need to declare it in here, change input action, right? Now action is just a short, it's kind of like a thing that anything that changes store is action. Now you don't have to do all this mambo jumbo, to be honest with you, because you can just do you can basically do this. It's called make auto observable. Yeah, this one here. Okay, so then we can just remove this, and then it will be make auto observable this. So this will automatically do all the decorators for you. But I want kind of, in this exercise, I just want to train myself to know exactly what each decorator does and why it's there, right? So now what they want us to do, they want us to basically trigger this, like this, my store, change input, and then we want E. So you see now it does exactly the same thing, only it's kind of recommended to do it this way. Alright, so I'll be back 1 sec, I just need to eat something. Alright, so what are we doing next? We are... So that's our input. We need to probably create a list, like a to-do list maybe. Make it empty array. I will probably need to create an interface, honestly. Interface items is going to be so we're gonna have ID, which is gonna be a number. Then when we're gonna have name, which is gonna be a string. And then it's going to be array of items like this. Whoops. Okay. So to-do list, we need to make an observable. To-do list observable. And then we need to create a method so we can push items into it, right? So to do push into to do like this. Gonna be an item. This to do list. Whoopsie. Push item. There you go. And this is going to be an instance of item. Yeah. Because it's going to be like one of those, right? And now we need to define it. Again, like I know it's a bit messy. There is just auto. There is auto. Okay, so now we need to use this, right? So we need to create a button like this. Add on click. We're gonna do this. So ID is just gonna be whatever the length is plus 1, right? And the name is gonna be let me just lower this down a bit. Like so. So name is going to be my store 1 dot input, right? Okay. So that's what we're going to be pushing, and we want to also create a method where we reset the input to empty string, right? So I know you can do it in here, like there is a way to do it like this, for example. My store 1 input is equal to like this. You can probably do it this way. It's not recommended, but I mean, just for demonstration purposes, we'll just do it this way, okay? So let's see now. Alright, so now let's see if it's actually pushing something. Yeah, so we have 2 items in here, right? I know the console logging in Mobx is not the best, but I mean, whatever. Okay, so what I want to do next, I want to create a UL, yeah. We want to create a UL. Actually, we'll just put like this, and then like this, and then we want yeah, it's probably complaining. It's actually gonna be an instance of oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Let me just do it this way. Why is it complaining? Let's try ini. Oh, it's complaining because there's nothing being returned, right? Yeah. So we're gonna be returning a list element, right? We need a key. We're gonna use item name plus math random, like so. Here we're gonna have item.name, and then we're gonna create a separator like this. We're gonna create a button which is gonna be delete, right? Whoops. What the hell's going on here? Huh. Some kind of massive troll. Well, I can probably export like this then. Okay, so now we have final thing to do, so we're gonna click on delete and it's going to delete and we're done pretty much, right? Okay, so now we need to create maybe a method. Delete item. So we're gonna have IT, which is gonna be a number, and then let new R is equal to this to-do list filter item, right? And then return item.id does not equal to ID. This to-do list is equal to new array, like this. And then, because this is a method, we need to define it as an action. That's it. Am I recording or am I trolling? No, yeah, I'm recording. Okay, doc. So I think that's. We just need to add this method here. On click equals like this, like this, like this. My store one dot delete item dot ID. There you go. Okay, so now it's like completely working. Item 1, item 2, try again. Here you go. I can probably do so it cannot add a empty thing, but I mean, whatever. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and it's like very straightforward. Again, you can replace all of this with just this thing here, and it will do exactly the same thing. Like, literally exactly the same thing. So this was just to kind of demonstrate how to use the decorators in a class. That's about it. Take care, bye-bye.